I am James. I'm here as part of the team from Cryptio. Cryptio is a back office solution to help Web3 companies simplify how they're handling accounting and reporting on chain.
Awesome. And where are we now and how are you feeling?
We are in sunny Barcelona. I am feeling hot coming from London, but I love it. I think it's really cool to meet a lot of people in the space that are building, and it's cool to meet people that really want to see Web3 thrive.
So last year the theme of the conference was Solarpunk.
Mm-hmm.
This year it's Lunarpunk as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bigger focus on privacy,
Mm-hmm.
on the challenges that we have faced over the past year.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of your reflections of the things that were happening in the market over the past 12 months?
I think what have happened in the market is, especially thinking about crypto as a whole, I think it's sort of been some necessary evils. I think there's been a lot of bad actors exposed in the space, but I think in order for institutional adoption to come, we need to kind of weed out some of those bad actors in the space and maybe taking advantage and rugs and all sorts of bad actions that have happened in the space. But I think it's a necessary evil that we need in order for us to grow the space, for sure.
What excites you the most about the future of the space?
The really cool projects that I get to speak to. So here, as a bronze sponsor here at Eth Barcelona, we're lucky enough to have a booth and we can have really cool conversations with some really cool projects. Like I spoke to a guy who's building a protocol, like half an hour ago, I spoke to a guy who's building a protocol to basically rate like crypto social media influencers. And that's something like a use case I wouldn't even think about, right? But it's super necessary, especially for new people coming into a space and want to understand who can actually listen to, who's accredited in this space, and I can really value their opinions. So, protocols like that and different like organizations and businesses spinning up in the space, it's really cool to be able to connect and in a space like Eth Barcelona and meet all of these new cool projects.
Can you tell us a little more about Cryptio and the challenge that it tries to solve?
Yeah. So I like to make a little joke about Cryptio doing the unsexy stuff in Web3, and it's accounting really. Businesses tend to only think about Web3 accounting and reporting when it's too late. And what I think Cryptio and where we're trying to shift the narrative is, you kind of need that framework in place before you scale operations. You need a way to be able to track all of your transactions in one place for accounting. You need a way to be able to report on revenue analytics. You need a way to be able to make smart business-driven decisions. And that's what Cryptio enables you to do. And I think what I've found as well is coming to conferences like Eth Barcelona and a few others, projects and founders are looking for VC funding. They're looking for investments from incubators and different VCs. And what they fail to realize is VCs want to know that you're on top of your books. They want to know that you have a framework in place to manage all of the complex stuff that comes with running a business. And I think we're trying to shift the narrative so that businesses start to think about accounting and implementing a solution like Cryptio first before they start to pursue some of these other things.
Mm-hmm. And since you're working with many businesses, some already in Web3, some maybe are thinking about entering, what would you say to the companies that are kind of hesitating whether to take the leap into Web3?
Be on the right side of history. I think Web3 technology and Web3 and blockchain technology it's already here, but it's coming. And when I mean coming, it's going to be adopted institutionally. And I think once you need to get in front of the curve and be able to start incorporating some of that technology in whatever you're building, even if you're coming from that Web 2 sort of world. And I think it's important to stay ahead of trends and sort of preempt what is coming. So be ready or you're going to get left behind.
Love that. So speaking of trends, what things are you most excited to learn about and discuss at Eth Barcelona?
I am most excited to learn about all of the new projects, as I mentioned. I'm also really excited to connect with individuals who are thinking about starting new projects and building new things. I think when you come to a conference like this, you can get inspired and start to think about, okay, there's a potential use case for this, and this is how a solution like Cryptio can help me. So I think having those conversations with people who maybe haven't built something yet, but are already thinking about the framework in place needed to manage it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries.